Mr. Co-caster, are you there, sir?
Apparently I am.
You are, and you're not the co-caster that we were looking for.
Not at all.
This is a bit strange. Unfortunately, SLP, if you're just joining us, he's having some issues with his Alienware PC, so he is not able to join us for this. This is kind of... it's unfortunate. We've been fighting with his PC now for the past while, and unfortunately, nothing is working, so I've had to call in the super sub that's Profeci to help us out. Otherwise, you'd just be listening to me, and nobody wants that.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, who knows? There are a couple of people out there that would like to be indulged with your knowledge.
Whoa, you trying to be funny here, man?
No.
Okay, well, this is the ESEA Season 26, and it's Energy versus Exdee on Mirage, which is a pretty good map for Energy, so I'd be interested to see how this one is going to go. Maybe if SLP's machine suddenly fixes itself somehow, he'll join us during this, but if not, unfortunately, you're stuck with us.
I can think of quite a few people that wouldn't be happy with that, but I mean, as it is, we will be casting Energy versus Exdee, top two teams in the... Well, is it the top two teams? I don't think so. I think Provider's still ahead at the moment of Exdee, and Energy definitely are top of the log after last night.
Yeah, indeed. Seem to be having a little issue with the screen sitting in a really weird spot for some reason. Okay, looks like it's fixed itself. So I guess we are live and it is working. So apologies for the issues. I was absolutely panicking because of SLP's issues, and it still says SLP's name on the stream because he's supposed to be here, but his PC's broken. So if he can fix it, he'll be back. But in the meantime, I got Super Sub Profeci, and into the B-bomb site they go. Tuckfork taking contact here. Dumpster also getting a kill as well. And they're really getting the bomb plant. Canny getting aggressive and taking down King as well and going for more.
Yeah, Pieces going to try to take the duel, but it's not going to happen for Canny there as Pieces finishes off. Dumpster though picks up his second of the round and leaves Pieces with all to do, and he's not able to take out Flexi.
Well, that was very short and very simple for Energy. It didn't look like they were challenged at all on the side entry. And I mean, we've seen enough of Energy in the past sort of week or so to be able to say that they're looking rather good coming off the South Africa win.
It's a bit of an understatement to say they're looking kind of good. I mean, they've beaten their major rival Bravado online, so I mean, if there was any doubt that they were the #1 team in the country, I think that would seal whatever remains. I've said doubts as Canny. Well, I mean, he's good with a scout, he's good with a PQ50, and yeah, he's gonna no-scope just to put that cherry on the cake. Yeah, Canny does have a flair for the extraordinary when it comes to kills. So he's going to be holding that connector area. He's going to spot the last player, that is Blaze. For some reason, well, I mean, Auto Director had us watching Domster. Maybe it is prescient and understands that Domster is the man to get the final kill.
Yeah, I think it works something like that. I'm just going to try and fix the overlay so the screen might freeze for a second, guys, because of course SLP was not able to join us, so it should probably say Profeci, right?
Well, I mean, apparently Profeci did the entirety of your VOD yesterday. I mean, there was this other guy called Shizzy there, but apparently
really? It doesn't say Shizzy on it? Are you kidding?
Well, there was a long section where my name was appearing, and Canny, well, he's not necessarily continuing where he left off, but certainly continuing in some vein as he removes Freaky from the game. It's returned on, though. So he will go down there. Flexi now kind of going in. Exdee, I mean, there's not a whole lot going here, so Energy will just clear things up. Black Poison actually picking up his first kill of the game.
Blaze.
As, yeah, well, I mean, Blaze certainly does seem pretty solid with the Deagle as Tuckbook. Just going to push through the smoke there. But it's all left for King, and King has nothing but a USP, so, I mean, I know he's good, but I don't think he's good enough to win a 1v3 with the USP and no body armor.
To be fair to him, at least these players are all under 60, so if he lands a headshot, he could kill him, but doesn't look like he's going to go hunting for the kill. He's low himself, so probably makes sense to just hold for an exit maybe. But sorry guys again for technical issues. Sorry again that SLP PC is a literal potato with electrodes attached to it and launched itself while we were trying to get ready for this cast, so I had to get the Profeci.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is an alien apparently, so probably not. Yeah, I mean, doesn't really have the best track record as far as I know. I know a mate of mine had one of those and launched itself as well, so it is what it is. But what it is in this game is Energy with a 3-0 lead. Did pick up the pistol, so I think, fairly expected to make it up 3-0, but this is where Exdee really has to turn things around. They are going to go with a single AWP, this time on King. As we've noted multiple times, Exdee is a team basically made of AWPers who kind of trade the position around. I would guess, depending on who's feeling good. Energy, well, they're going for that lack of the AWP. And just trying to
they're
make
going to go fast. And I think they
Yeah.
are actually going to just execute on the site, not waiting at all. And that gets playing into Macmo's hands. He gets himself two there. He's on low HP. They should be able to trade him, but Blaze is there to cover before Macmo actually comes down. Freaky holding the crossfire. He should get the second no. Kenny denies him, and it's a 1v3. We know what Kenny can do in these situations. Famous moments at ESL Africa in his 1v4 that actually almost won them the game, but it's not going to happen. King will take him down.
Yeah, just Energy trying the contact play, not really getting there fast enough, I think, and a little bit of... Felt like a bit of miscommunication in attempting to get out of the apps, just kind of dropped them one by one into the waiting arms of both Macmo and I believe it was Blaze in that last round. So Energy Exdee pick up their first round. Energy, though, will be more than happy to respond in kind with some dealings of death. Exdee at this point, well, they're going to hold fairly passively on sites, actually. Only really Macmo pushing out, and he's got a FAMAS. I don't really know about that. Like, if you're going to push out that aggressively, I think you'd want something a little bit more potent than a FAMAS at that stage.
Yeah, a scary angle to actually be trying to hold with that particular weapon. It's kind of weird how they're paralleling each other and at sort of different levels. But Energy looking to actually take some cat control here. King is posted up with that AWP though, and if he can hit the shot, they're going to double peek him, but he still gets the kill nonetheless. Kenny going down. One is able to cross. Domster now trying for the lurk, and he should get the AWP. Very easy for him. And unfortunately for King, his teammates not there to cover him. Flexi, meanwhile, playing the lurk towards the speed bomb side, hoping somebody's going to potentially push. Energy deciding not to actually force the issue after the initial trade there, which is smart.
Yeah, Freaky actually just panicking a bit because they know that Domster appeared from the app side, but they aren't really certain of the rest of Energy, so just wondering. Blaze has been spotted by Flexi, almost certainly has also spotted Flexi though, so it's a waiting game. There we go. They've seen each other once again. That is a brave shot, or a brave jump to take against Flexi, as Takbok is going to move out, and timing is going to catch Freaky dead to rights.
Great spray control for him, but Flexi pushing through the flames takes a good 50 damage there. Blaze is posted on the bomb site, gets the first on Tuckwalk. He just needs to play time here so his teammates can come in. Black Poison gets the kill, but there's the trade from Blaze. Macmo and Domster also adding to it, and makes it a 1v1. Domster's got all the HP, but he doesn't have the time, and Blaze just needs to play the time. They're dodging around the corner here, but he tags him through the box. Clean headshot from Domster, and there were 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, clutch moment there for Domster, even though he did have a massive advantage going into it. So Exdee, unfortunately, immediate reset, and should be a double save here. Maybe they'll force up, but I wouldn't really recommend it, as we see a couple of them are doing that exact thing. As Blaze once again going to the deagle. He's been pretty solid with it, but I mean, not a lot of hope as Flexi. Well, he looks to farm. So he's got out his farming implement. It's going to be called the UMP, but I mean, you could almost call it a spade at this point with the amount of work it can do.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you just joined us, hi Ash, how you doing, man? Good to have you, as always. Best stream supporter ZA. Apologies for SLP not being here. His computer is broken. We tried everything to try to get it going before the stream, and I had to call Profeci at the last minute, and he graciously showed up. So we're in this game at the moment. Energy with a really good start, and Exdee stuck on pistol, so it should be pretty much a mere formality for Energy here, considering the buy for Exdee.
Yeah, I mean, they've actually gotten up pretty close. So Makmar's picked himself up an AK as Freaky though. He's going to walk directly into Canny's crosshair there. So at the moment, I mean, Exdee, I'd just save it at this point. Blaze does have a deagle and armor. Take it into the next round. I really wouldn't peek through the murder hole up against his AKs, and certainly not up against Canny, who seems to be dialed in at the moment.
He's been looking so very good since ESL Africa, and I mean, we were talking about it the other day. He was statistically one of the lesser players in terms of their LAN final performances this year. But in that particular tournament, he was the overall MVP. He looked incredibly strong, and I mean, he looked like a return to the Canny of old, almost back to him earlier this year before taking some of those beatings from Bravado.
Yeah, he definitely did. I mean, he's making a very good case to be rated as the top player in ESEA at the moment, but I think he needs a couple more performances just to solidify it at the moment. So it's a bit of a morass since Sonic has actually dropped off. I think there's a couple of players in contention at this point, and Kenny certainly is high up there. Energy just smoking out the cat, so same kind of default as always. They're going to try, looks like try to run through the smoke as King actually wrecks Black Poison there for 26 damage. And
That's gonna sting.
Energy, yeah, that's gonna sting. But Energy still aggressive, taking a lot of mid control. Something that Bravado we always seem to note wasn't really that keen on doing, but Energy clearly are forcing this out very, very heavily. Once again, Domster just lurking here, so if his timings are good, he might very well get himself another kill. There's nobody actually watching that area at the moment, so if his timings are up, gonna try walk out now. Is his timings going to work out? It seems as though his timings are, but at the same time, Beast is going to do the same to him.
Oh my word. Tomster.
Yeah, that's just crazy luck. Nakmar actually boosted over. He's going to get the first kill. Blaze and Talkborg, though, returning favors very, very quickly as Freaky does hold the A side, but he's about to get crunched from multiple angles, so he's got a lot of work to do in a very short amount of time.
This position from Domster so key, and he's going to get the frag as well. There is a kill though from King. That at least brings it into a 2-on-2. Flexi only on the UMP, probably is going to look to upgrade or maybe even use the CZ in this encounter. 30 seconds, the bomb goes down. And Blaze going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this. He's got the perfect angle, but Domster drops him. Domster on a 3k at the moment. And he should get this final kill as well, one would think. Unless it's going to be Flexi who's going to mug him at the end, and he does.
It looks like Flexi was kind of deciding whether he should shoot him or not, but did get him on the second try. So Flexi, in the end, picks up that final kill. 6-1 is Energy. Exdee back on the save, and it's looking a bit rough. I mean, this is almost the same as poor old White Rabbit Gaming last night. It feels like Energy completely dominant, able to just take aim deals and win them. They are flashing a couple of players into areas, but constant mid control and mid aggression means that Exdee doesn't really have the resources contest.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, dropped it in the double save situation. Black Poison playing around the edge of the smoke. He's taking a fair bit of damage, but there is going to be Canny on hand, as always, to get the kill. Flexi also disposing of King there in underpass. He should follow it up as well, doing a ton of damage as Flexi, and Blaze the only guy with a real record of dropping people at the moment with his deagle in this game so far, and he's on 17 HP.
Flexi, the young man is brave. Is he going to win the duel? Perhaps. Yeah, he's going to win it. Just decides, I'm just going to spray all my ammo at him, and let's see if he can take a fight in that respect. So
one of them will hit eventually.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, well, it's going to take another long-range duel, but order directors decided we don't need to see that, as Energy is going to crunch the B side. Poison doing the lurk this game through that middle area, and he'll pick up Beasts. So it's all on Freaky at the moment. He is a pistol guard, but he's not good enough to beat Flexi this time.
Unfortunate for him, and unfortunate for Exdee so far at the hands of Energy. We haven't seen anybody really able to stand against them so far. I think this is the third Energy, or second Energy game I've covered this, yeah, second this week. So they've been looking rather good, and Exdee going to come in with the buy here. We're going to see if they actually have what it takes to take it to Energy on a full buy run, because they've been in a low economy mode for a while and still no AWP.
Yeah, and much lighter presence this time from Energy. They'll push through that smoke, and Freaky not having a good time of it at that point.
Yeah, indeed. Again, if you just joined us, SLP computer broken, and unfortunately left us in having to get a sub, and there's, of course, the super sub Prof helping us out, and it's not helping Exdee dropping so many players, but they have managed to equalize it 3-on-3 at the moment. Black Poison playing the lurk as ever, hoping to flush somebody out here, and I think King may have spotted the shoulder. He does, and he gets the kill. That is crucial there for Exdee.
Yeah, it is still Talkborg, who takes a wild jump over, but I mean, that's not really going to help him out as Black Poison is forced to trade it. So 1v2 now. Captain of Energy, is he up to the task? Certainly does have the skill, but is he going to get the timings and the aim today? Beasts and Blaze. Well, Black Poison's going to decide on a different course. He's going to, or is he? He's actually doubling back to A. Yep. Certainly does seem it, as maybe just putting that tiny bit of doubt into the XT team. But XT sticking together, which I think is probably the best thing here. Rather retake together and hold the side together as opposed to sitting one on either side and giving a player you don't really want to be giving, 1v1 aim duels to.
Indeed, so Black Poison peeking out here. I don't know if he was spotted on the cross. It doesn't seem like Blaze saw him, but he should see him now, and he gets a clean headshot. So there, the execution shot from Blaze takes down Black Poison, and that's the second round on the board for Exdee. And something we've got to remind you guys about, of course, is that Exdee played Bravado really close the other day. 16-13, actually.
That they did. Yeah, they really did some damage to... did some damage to Bravado. I mean, it was on train, so you can't really collate different teams on different maps either. It doesn't really work that way. But for the moment, Exdee, they are looking to force their or try and impose their will. But again, this three-man take from Energy in the middle area. It's going to be Black Poison pushing through. Is he going to get wrecked through the smoke? Does take tons of damage though.
That's pretty consistent, though, that he's been taking a lot of damage through the smoke. There seems to like to play around the edges of it and has been punished a little bit. Not usually dying, as again we see 31 HP on him. But I think maybe they've figured out that he tends to be there. So let's see if he's going to keep consistently going for that, or if he's going to continue to be punished by Exdee.
Yeah, Energy actually looking to make a little bit of a faster move, and certainly an aggressive one. Domster getting wrecked through the smoke. King is doing quite a good work. Takbok left to lurk in mid, and will pick up Makmur there for his troubles, but takes a ton of damage in return. So Energy in a bit of a dicey situation, and as you can see, line them up and knock them down. Lexi is forced to trade at the end, but Freaky and King did more than enough work to pick up the first two, and it's a 3v1. Takbok on 14 HP.
And he's doing the work on 14 HP. He just needs a headshot, yeah. Got time though, 35 seconds, but they do know where he is, and they should be pinstering him as they are doing. Takbok needs to find himself a 1v1 here, and these players aren't doubling up just yet. They're just holding angles. If he can find the shot, he's not going to though. Blaze will take him down. Gets a double kill. Beezus with the double kill as well. And that's Exdee with another round. 3-7 at the moment.
Yeah, and looking good for another couple rounds as Energy will almost certainly save here. They should be. Nope, they're going to buy up, so... Energy clearly confident. They do believe it. Well, I mean, okay, I suppose Takbok is the only one that can't buy a proper weapon, and you can put any sort of weapon that allows him to make use of his exquisite movement to get some work done. He's going to pick up the MAC-10, so brave against fully armored opponents with rifles.
Yeah, this is, of course, ESEA Season 26. It's Mirage, and it's Energy versus Exdee. Thanks for joining us, guys. Oh, and Macro says, thanks for peeking that angle to Black Poison. He goes down. Meanwhile, Domster lurking through here, and he gets the headshot. Crucial kill for him to actually equalize the numbers. And Takbok should get a free kill.
Good indeed. I mean, these Energy lurks have been incredibly potent against Exdee, though. A lot of times, Energy is just able to walk out into areas that they had no business getting there, and able to easily pick up Exdee players. And I mean, at this stage, you almost do wonder if Exdee really has the positions to take and win these fights for the rest of the round. So they have to get this kill on Takbok. I think if they don't, then round is almost certainly lost to them. So Domster fallen back to a more passive position, and Exdee probably just wondering what the hell is going on. They know where Takbok is, but they don't know where a whole lot of anybody else is.
And Takbok, how?
Yeah.
Got nothing but a MAC-10, but makes it work. Meanwhile, Flexi poking around here on the B-bomb site, spots the rotation, but unfortunately they don't have the time to get out of here. Freaky going to get a kill before being traded by Kenny. Makmur on the AWP in a 1v2, and there's Flexi coming in on the long rotate.
Yeah, unfortunately Makmur's timing was a millisecond or two off, so it is a huge pity. He knows where Kenny is, or he suspects at the very least, but does he know where Flexi is? He won't have heard that. And Flexi is going to get the drop on him. So Makmur, unfortunately not. Flexi more than up to the task.
Indeed. How's it going, TGB? And thanks for joining us, everybody. No SLP, as you can see. Got a Profeci. SLP's machine is broken. And if you've been here since the beginning and that's the 7th time you've heard me say that, I'm so sorry. But yeah, everybody joining rather slowly, so I'm having to repeat it. If you're here for SLP, I'm sorry, his computer broke. We did everything we could. It's on life support, and it sadly would not live. So there it is, 8-3.
Fortunately, he doesn't have a young boy called Elliot to help him out there. So ET has gone down. Takbok, well, he's the only one in mid this round. So Energy with a bit of a changed up default here.
They could
As,
catch him.
Exdee is
And
going to
they're
get
going to.
aggressive on him. Yeah, Tuckblock unfortunately not aware of the movement there, and it will go down as Domster. And he's pushing in a little bit more aggressively than he has been the last couple of rounds, and he will execute Freaky fairly easily there. He's going to spot another player.
Oh.
Well, he's not going to spot him before Makmo does, and Makmo just finishes off Domster.
Yeah, really good work from Exdee here, considering they had almost nothing to work with, and they're going to get another kill. Is King. It's a 4-on-2. Black Poison gets the drop on King, and he's got a lot of work to do here. They're still at a numbers deficit. The only problem for Exdee is that Makmo's the one with the rifle, and he's on low HP.
Yeah, I mean, Black Poison is, I think this is the first time around that he's actually picked up the AWP, so Energy finally decided to bring out the big green gun as Flexi. That should force pieces back. Well friggin' played by Energy, though, clearly suspecting that a player is hiding in that area. Faking it out, that's an interesting decision. You usually see a fake in a 2v1, but
Oh, I wonder if
would
they
have
saw
given
the
Blaze
gun
his
disappear.
best possibility to win it. Yeah.
Well, they didn't.
Oh,
but he
Black
jumps and he gets the headshot. What? What?
Don't even. Yeah.
Okay. Engage BS mode, basically. That shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah, that kind of feels like Black Poison's like, let me just show up Canny here quickly. I'm gonna get a jumping DZ kill. I mean, almost changes his name to Config with that, but I think Config's is still a little bit more ridiculous.
Yeah, or the Deagle. That was crazy, crazy stuff. 9-3 energy and a good lead here, and I mean, it is generally a CT favored map, more like a 9-6 to the CT, so Exdee definitely a little bit behind in the game, unfortunately. So let's see if they can come back into it, and it's not going to help with Black Poison getting the first kill there.
Freaky
Yeah,
is going to try to
pressure.
take a duel. Wins it against Black Poison, but he is extremely low, and that nade, it's going to kill him.
Kobe!
He walked right into it. Yeah. Flexi, I mean, he's certainly on point with baskets today, and will land one pretty easily there in the end. Oh, Blaze. Okay, spam through smoke, got two.
He got lucky, and his BS meter was engaged as well. Domster doing what he's been doing so well so far, playing out of Palace, gets himself the kill on Makmo. The bomb is down though, and it is on Blaze. Tuckblock with a really good angle here, and geez, I don't think he was shooting at him initially. He actually got the wrong person with that shot, I think, but he gets two very clean headshots nonetheless. A little bit of luck there, but some crazy skill out of Tuckblock too.
Yeah, fantastic angle to hold as well. Exdee would not really have been able to take a fight at that range, and certainly they already had Domster. It looked like he was actually on the rotate through to the middle area, so Energy, I think, had that round well in hand. Exdee back on the save seemed like a theme of this game for them today, unfortunately.
Poor guys, and Flexi gonna go in hunting. I like the setup, maybe two underneath. Unfortunately, though, the Molly is gonna probably flush them out if it weren't for Flexi shooting them in the face. Somehow King is alive,
I mean,
though.
again, yeah, King did dodge it. He does get his revenge on Flexi for the rest of the team, but unfortunately, there's a whole host of barbarians charging into the A site, and not
Did
a
you
hell of
just
a lot
call
that
them
Exdee can
barbarians?
just. They certainly are just pushing in. There's wild, I mean, wild abandon.
True. I do like that aspect of Kenny's playstyle, because I mean, you know, he's playing well when he's running in and doing crazy things. So
I mean, his name does kind of have the word ballistic in it as well as cannibal, so.
I guess so. You've definitely got that, and you can see them delaying the bomb plant for quite a while, hoping to maybe catch Blaze. But
Yeah, I think they actually left the bomb behind there. Didn't seem like it was 100% planned. Blaze, he's going to try something, but Tuckblock is more than aware of any tricks that Blaze might be pulling.
well, if we look at the scoreboard at the moment, Flexi up at the top. He's having good success as the entry for the team. Tuckblock also enjoying his time, and Domster on that lurk roll, doing really well too. He just seems to be living at the edge of smokes at the moment, and peeking out a palace every now and then with perfect timing.
Yeah, Energy actually double AWPing the second one on Flexi. I wonder if that's not maybe a spawn that he's got. Doesn't look to be the case
Hit 2G2.
as, at the moment. Something like that. I mean, they've changed it up.
Flexi should have this.
Does indeed. Blaze slow on
And
the trigger,
another.
and Flexi hitting some silly shots at the moment. Makmo goes down. It is a 3 versus 5. No save possible for Exdee in this round. They have to make the plays, but Flexi, well, he's not going to be able to get King in time. Canny goes down. But Freaky also picked it up. So it's a 3v3. Energy does have control of B side though, and that's the huge problem. Beesus.
Through the smoke.
Well, I mean, yeah, Energy's got the crazy jumping shots. And it seems like Exdee has the smoke shots.
How did he
Flexi
get
goes
that?
down to King. I have absolutely no idea. That sort of felt like a lag compensation.
Yeah,
there to me.
it felt like a bit of lag going on there, and it's only on Tuckbook. We know how good he is in a clutch situation, though. And he's holding the right angle here to maybe catch a player. Fortunately, Auto-Director wrecking us, and Beast is wrecking Tuckbook, so that's not to be at all. It doesn't even really get too much damage on them. Exdee, they're taking the final round of the half, so it's going to be 11-4, and at least it gives them something to work with going into the second half.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I wouldn't say it's one of Energy's, favorite maps, but they certainly are pretty solid on it. Usually the haven of Bravado, although obviously Exdee did absolutely dominate Bravado in the final at ESL last time they did play on this map, and I think it was actually the start of the Flexi turnaround where he just decided to go God mode in the last 2 maps. So. Energy, clearly a solid team on this map at the very least. I mean, perhaps not the best in the country, but you'd be hard-pressed to say that they're not one of the top 2.
Yeah, indeed. So, question. Do we believe in the comeback here? I see Exdee owner Devet saying comeback in chat. Is it possible, guys? Let us know. Do you think they can?
I think it's possible. I mean, it would require one of the Exdee players to go really, really ham. I mean, like, at the very, very least, they're going to need to win the pistol. That's, if they don't win the pistol, I mean, I can't see them winning, but
probably
let's have hope. Freaky is on a pistol.
Yeah, this is true. He is the pistol guard. Blaze also great with the pistol as well. And we also have Kaz, who's the owner of Energy here too. So I propose a 1v1 after this between Kaz and Devet. CS. There we go. Dust 2. We're going. Anyway, 11-4 here into the pistol round. Energy in a commanding lead. And getting aggressive towards ramp. Meanwhile, the bomb is posturing towards that B-bomb side. And it's almost a carbon copy of what we saw out of Energy on the pistol round on their side.
Energy's was a lot faster here. It just feels like Exdee's just kind of waiting to see if they can maybe get something out of Beezus. He is the lurk. He's got the one with the smokes and the flashes, but that aggressive by Canny could scupper this before anything, because Canny's going to be able to make the call a lot earlier. He's going to spot Beezus, and that should be the call. Energy will almost certainly be making the moves now. They will hear Freaky, but nobody's spotting Domstar, and he gets the first kill.
Macmo, though, needing to do some work here. He should get this kill, does, in fact. And a 3-on-3 as the bomb plant comes in. So Macmo very well positioned here to hold off anything, and she's getting up close and personal with Black Poison, dropping him. Is on Tuckbook to find himself some kills. He's always good with the pistol, and he's going to find one. 2-on-2 at the moment. Blaze with a good angle here. You should think he'd get it, and he does. And it's all uncanny. What can he do?
He knows the position of both players, though, so he's got that bit of information. Blaze, though. Wow, okay. That was a filthy shot there. Blaze and Macmo account for the entirety of the Energy team, and that is exactly what they need to start off that second half. So Exdee pick up the first round in that. And Energy, I mean, they are known to force up, and we can see it here as Canny does go for that scout. Seems to be more of a scout player these days than the hard AWPer that he started the year as, and it certainly does allow Energy bit of just a bit of nonsense, because Kenny, as we mentioned, is full of the BS factor when he decides to play.
Yeah, he does pull off some amazingly random things, but of course it's within his skill set. Being such a highly skilled and aggressive player, it works for him. And I do think that change from being a full-time AWPer to kind of being, very nice headshot from Macmo, to being that sort of player who's going to be aggressive, be taking contact, and occasionally will take out the AWP in a double AWP setup. I think it's really unlocked his skill.
It has, indeed. Flexi was the other one that we've seen more, I'd say, of late. He's gone to the secondary AWP role instead of Canny. So clearly team-based decision, I would guess, to just move the Maestro onto that rifle more commonly.
So attempting some form of subterfuge, I think, towards that B-bomb side at the moment while the guys are actually moving out of ramp. Macmo going to be the guy with the AK, and he's going to be looking to take contact, getting shot in the back of the head here. And he panics a little bit before Tuckbook takes him down. Tuckbook takes the second as well. Does amazing work with the pistol there. Actually, the 5.7, which is unusual, but Freaky is going to get the drop on Domster. And the rotation did happen, so at least they'll get the bomb plant in, but Energy do have the numbers advantage.
They do have the numbers advantage, and they have the positions advantage as well. Canny is pushing through short, and he's going to get the first hit with that scout, and that is the major factor here.
Oh, Freaky!
And Freaky turning things around. He's going to spot Takbok. He now knows where
Oh!
he is. And Takbok, unfortunately, just too low HP to actually hop through the window. And Exdee, a close run thing there. I think if Kenny had hit the second shot onto Freaky, that would have probably ended in the energy win. But as it is, Exdee able to salvage the round in the end. This should be the bonus round. They are going to go with 2 Mac 10s. King is apparently saving up. He's only got the CZs, so that's a very interesting decision. I mean, CZ is potent, but you do wonder if running into a couple of pistols might not mean he goes down.
Yeah, kill reward's also not really there for it, but I think his intention is to live through the round and not have to buy. You know, that's really more.
Yeah, I mean,
more where
he's
coming
clearly trying to save for the AWP, though.
Yeah, it's as you mentioned earlier. It's always interesting on the side how many different people can AWP and will AWP. So see if we do see the French style double AWP on T side as we've seen Exdee do so many times. And Kenny gets a knife somehow. I didn't actually spot that on the mini map.
He pushed up he pushed up aggressively into the apps, and
that is so canny.
making that is so canny. But again, it's just not checking certain spots. I don't think you'd expect him to be there. Kenny is making hay while the sun shines, and certainly he is quite agricultural at this point, getting the second kill. Makmo will pick up Black Poison, and Energy looking to stack the wrong site, as it looks as though Flexi is moving towards A. And they're going to push Domster up aggressively now. Everything is on him. He's going to have to make certain that he gets at least 1 kill.
Oh,
and he
my
does
word.
indeed. Going to spot the second, and that's more than enough information here for Energy.
And he gets out alive as well. 42 HP, but he's done what he needed to do. And a lot of work to do here for these guys. And double dink there from Flexi. It's all on Beezus. Not really known for his rifle play that much. And he's going to pull out the pistol, get the kill. He's going for the plant. Actually decides to fake it here. He's getting shot in the side. 5 HP, all of 5 HP to work with here, and he needs to find the angle, and he's not going to. Energy steal the round away from Exdee. What good work from this team.
And all as a result of not checking a single corner, which allowed Kenny to get a knife, then pick up a Mac 10 and get a second kill. Forced Exdee to actually go towards the B side. So, I mean, there was a moment where Energy probably loses that if Domster doesn't get the first kill, but fortunately the first player running through didn't check his own corner and allowed Doms to get that third kill, and that was just the end of it. It felt like Exdee, again, silly mistakes end up costing them around against a team that doesn't make many of them.
You can see team owner Devet saying, lamenting the lack of checking corners a little bit earlier on, and it definitely came to bite them there a little bit too. So situation now is a little dire for them. Black Poison getting the first kill on this Exdee team that is only on pistols, not even really a force buy here. And those of you who are here, we really appreciate you being here, and we're glad to have you. Unfortunately, we couldn't have SLP. Broken computer. Prophecy to the rescue.
Something like that. Exdee, I mean, they certainly have the players to win this. It's just, again, unfortunately, the weapon advantage makes it so easy for Energy. As King, he's so blind, he doesn't even know he's taking shots from Domster. But Domster takes quite a bit of damage there, so he could, in theory, go down if Freaky's able to hit a shot. Now, the man is good. Is he good enough to win this situation? I think the CZ was what made his name in Season 1 of ESL. And he continued that. Domster only on 25 HP. Freaky's in the site now, so he's committed. He's not going to land the shot on Domster, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. So look at that. Devet saying he has shirts to give away early next year. I'll take one of those. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take a large.
Purple people eater.
I don't know if purple's my color, but we shall see. 13-6 at the moment, and the color purple here on Exdee, they need to turn things up. They need to come back into this. Black Poison on the AWP though, and that's always a scary prospect. But on the other side, King does have it too. Let's see if he can maybe find an opening for his team. But through the smoke is Freaky. He's having a great game so far.
Yeah, Exdee in general have just been wrecking Energy through smoke. It must feel like Exdee had a couple more of those. They could be a lot more consistent. Flexi, though, is going to double up with Black Poison in the mid area, and Black Poison is going to pick up the second, and that should be the end of the round for Exdee here. They have one player on very, very low HP. King is not really in any kind of position. Get an aim duel at this point, and Canny is holding close. So Exdee, they got a lot of work to do here. It's all on Makmur. Was such a good player last year for the side of Carbon, and I think dipped a little bit this year.
Been struggling a little bit, but not struggling to land that headshot. That was disgusting from Macmo, taking down Canny. It's a 3-on-3, and this angle could work. It does work. King gets the kill, and from a really bad situation, suddenly they're looking pretty good. Macmo, I think, nearly fluffs that, but he lives on 2 HP. All on Domster here, but this low HP could actually come back to bite Exdee if Domster finds the right sort of angles and the timings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 of them are on AWPs though, so he could, if he gets lucky, doesn't get lucky, unfortunately.
Look at the
Needed
HP.
to hit that shot, and unfortunately, I mean, he's got a flash, but he doesn't have enough else. I think he probably just saves it here, unless he's really, really confident and tries to make the play. But I mean, 3 players on low HP, 2 of them with AWPs. Doesn't need a whole lot to go wrong for Domster to lose the round here.
He's just hoping for somebody to peek, somebody to get aggressive, and they're playing very disciplined at the moment. Nobody peeking, and that forces Domster off, so he's going to scamper away and save his gun.
Yeah,
And,
he's just trying to hope,
yeah.
I think, there that XD player makes a mistake, but this time, communication is good.
Indeed. So there's a round for Exdee, and that was some amazing work from Macmo to actually almost single-handedly, aside from the assistance from King there, make it work. We were just mentioning his form as well. He hasn't had the greatest of years after having, I'd say, almost a vintage year last year. And in that round, making a difference. If we look at the scoreboard, Flexi overall at the top, Domster, Tuckbook, and Canny all having a massive contribution. On the other side, kill distribution pretty equal aside from Beasus, but they're quite a long way down, so a lot of work still to do and not a lot of rounds with which to do it.
Yeah, Energy actually leaving Canny, for the most part, by himself on the A site, as Black Poison does not take another aggressive stance towards that ramp area. But I must say, the last round, I think, had a lot to do with XD's patience. That they hit that ridiculous shot from Makmur, but then it's the patience to hold and wait for Black Poison. They must either know that he's going to do it or just suspect that he's going to, but they just held for a couple of seconds, and the Black Poison gave them a secondary frag into the site. So good patience there by XD. Can they show more of it, though? As Makmo likes, well, trying to get himself into a position. Canny won't spot or hear the AWP though, so if Makmo's timing is good, he could possibly pick up another kill to open the round for his team.
Yeah, very slow out of Exdee in this particular round, not really forcing the issue too much, and they're aware of the stakes in the match because they are so far behind, so they don't want to make any mistakes. The problem for them, I think, is that they haven't gotten a ton of map control, and they've got 40 seconds, so they're moving slowly over towards this B-bomb site, and if things go awry for them here, Energy's still got a little bit of utility with which to delay them if they need to.
Yeah, they're going to leave a lurk here, and it looks as though Energy is actually banked on the wrong side of the map. 3 players at A, only 2 at B. 1 is holding from that short area, and he's actually going to push up aggressively. Now is the time for XD to go. Maybe he's heard something. Makmo is going to try and push here, but he's got to hit a ridiculous shot. And King is going to fall to a relatively simple one from Black Poison, and they're just dropping into Domster's crosshairs. And, well, I mean, the young man is good, and he's certainly good enough to pick up those 3 with some ease.
That did look really easy there for Energy. I think Exdee just left themselves way too much to do with not enough around in which to do it. I mean, 20 seconds before they even start moving. I think they were banking on the lurk towards the middle, finding something, and it just didn't. So, with that, just too much left.
I think the problem was that they didn't keep enough utility to actually go for the side entry. They kind of banked on Energy committing to the A site and then try to walk out on A.
Oh, a deagle. Jeez,
yeah.
Blaze has been hitting shots with that weapon so far. Black
Has
Poison.
indeed.
Wow,
Yeah,
running out with an AWP on his back.
Shots.
Look at that. Macmo, I think he has an inkling of where Kenny is, and he's going to drop him.
Yeah, that's the second time Makmo has gotten an instant headshot onto Canny. I think he's going to be a little bit upset with that. As Energy, a little bit at 6s and 7s. Not really certain where to go, as Makmo is going to get hunted down, though. Domster gets the long-range spray, and Exdee not really making a whole lot of anything, unfortunately. They had Makmo deep into CTs, but clearly hoping that he could get all the way to B.
Freaky now with armor, and he's got the rifle. A couple of nades on him too if he needs them. He's hoping to maybe find some aggression from window and punish it if he can. Letting his teammate meanwhile lurk towards the site and hopefully take it. It is empty aside from Tuckbook, so timing is going to be all important here.
I think the biggest problem here is that Freaky has to basically walk up the connector area. So even if Tuckbook does absolutely nothing, it should be that Black Poison spots him, and you're walking up against an AWP.
That's going to give it
Certainly a
up,
Black
throwing
Poison ult.
that nade, I think.
Yeah, that should be that. As Tuckbook will have gotten a call.
Oh, he
He's
gets
actually
the
going to lose the duel. But, well, Beast is trying to take a long-range fight. He's got to get this bomb down quickly, though. 15 seconds. If he dallies any
no.
longer, Dumpster's going to have the draw on him.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
disaster.
is it?
Oh, I
No,
thought
it's
it was
not.
going to be more of a disaster than it was, but there should be a kill here for Dumpster. Does get it through the edge of the box. 10 HP on Freaky. They know he's dinked. So he shouldn't be long for this world, and geez, Dumpster just executes him there. Casual little one-tap.
Yeah, that was a filthy shot there from Dumpster. Actually picks up 4 in the round. Does the young man from Energy. So Dumpster is strong tonight. But certainly a supporting cast that is driving that truck very, very well indeed. Flexi, 21. Lowest on the team is Black Poison, surprisingly at 13 for 12. And I think he's had a couple of very, very impactful rounds just apart from that. Exdee, unfortunately. They've had a couple of good rounds. Last few rounds for Makmar have looked good, but well, I think it's just too little at this point. Exdee really needs to figure out who's the most successful, or who's the one to really bank behind as Black Poison takes a shot there.
Yeah, I do think they need to figure that out. Black Poison taking a bit of damage there. It is map and match point here for Energy, and they've got, I think it's 8 in a hand actually, so they've got a few rounds to play with. They can get aggressive if they want to, they can be silly if they want to too, but we know just how much discipline is in the squad, what Black Poison has actually instilled in them, and they're probably going to play completely normally and do their thing. Oh my word.
Oh,
Kenny,
yeah.
what a flick. I nearly fell over backwards in my chair there. That was just crazy. Kenny equalizing it after the opener.
Yeah, that was a mental shot there. Blaze is going to try to take a shot against Dumpster. He somehow wins that shot. Blaze has also been very on point tonight. King picks up a second with that scout there. Is it the second? No, it's only his first. What am I saying? I'm completely blind and stupid as well, it seems, as Exdee make a charge towards the B side. Energy, though, has guessed the plans, so Exdee is actually going to juke them. Go towards the A through lowers. Talkbox suspects something now, as I would assume Exdee does too. They don't really see anything, and they're going to have to bank on a site. I don't think it's a good idea to sit 1-1, and neither does Energy. So they holding pretty passively, but Exdee might actually be playing directly into their hands. They have a lot of utility to cover themselves, so it's all up to Talkbox now.
We know what he can do. We know how strong he is. Said that a few times because he's been in clutch situations quite a bit in the last couple of days. He's definitely able. So is Flexi. But against 4 players, it's going to be a little bit of uphill for them. Let's see what they can do. They are trapped behind that smoke at the moment, and those mollies not doing as much as they could have. One of them extinguishing on the smoke there, actually. So going to be a tough one. But geez, that shot from Tuckborg, that was a bit of a crazy snap. But he rips the head off, unless I didn't see that properly. But oh, Tuckborg doing some work. But it's just not going to be enough time. They don't have enough purchase on the bomb site, so they're going to back out.
Yeah, they've got a lot of utility. Well, they've got a lot of weaponry as well as a kit and some armor, so more than worthwhile saving. Blaze is going to announce his presence. Takes a ton of damage. He could go down here. No, Energy. Guessing correctly on the weapon. Well, on the bomb damage there is. I think it's Tuckborg that goes down to 9.
Yeah, just everybody taking it easy at the end of the round, hoping to keep what they had going into the next round. And for Energy, they're going to force around what they managed to save. Definitely backing their aim here and their team play, which has been absolutely on point tonight. Exdee have felt a little bit more individualistic in their approach to the game. And I think that might be the difference here, but let's see what they can do. Black Poison failing the jump there, going for a bit of the parkour skills, and it doesn't quite work out for him. Kenny, though, got a nice position here. Unfortunately, nobody really to face.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pity for him, but he does have that Mag 7, so anybody that does decide to wander into there is going to be met with the face full of pellets. As King just holding a pretty default angle. Talkborg is going to kill Markmo, though, and that's the only player towards the A site now. Energy, does Kenny go on a mission of discovery? That's usually what you'll see from the Energy players, especially Black Poison. They don't have a lot of information. They tend to push off and try and look for just anything to pass on. At the moment, Exdee are going to lose. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Kenny must be making a call here, because you can clearly see the Tuckbox is spotting middle. Black Poison will get burnt out there, but they still have to deal with Dumpster. He's in that vent at the moment. He's going to take a bit of damage from Blaze there.
Blaze deciding not to stick around now that Molly goes down, backing out. encounter with Flexi is going to be crucial to the round, and the timing. Blaze decides to run into him with his knife out, unfortunately not spotting him. Timing completely wrecking him there. And it's a 2-on-4 King and Beastus versus the whole of Energy minus Black Poison. What can they do at this point of the game?
Oh, they're going to try to take a fight with Canny, and Canny, well, that's, I think, a pretty solid way to end the game. Double jumping Swag 7.
We didn't get it. The auto director on my side freaked out. So
I swapped.
I tried. As I hit the button, he was dead. So it didn't happen. Nothing to build to there. It's all wrecked. And I do recommend the Kaz versus Devet battle in a 1v1 server. I want to see it. It just should happen. But unfortunately
so.
for Exdee not happening on the server tonight, Energy looking really strong. Exdee had a chance there to maybe come back. But that being the crucial round, Energy just had all the information thanks to the pushes from Flexi and from Canny.
Yeah, I mean, that whole round that actually probably won them the game was the that very, very weird push from Canny, where he got the knife and then turned things around. So, I mean, really, really a weird round for XT to lose. But, I mean, that seems to be a theme of their games. Similar way of losing Train to Bravado. So, they need to figure something out. I mean, maybe just figure out a hierarchy within the team as to who gets to call the final spots, because it just feels like there's a lot of indecision in the rounds where they, they need just an overarching voice, I think.
Absolutely agree with that, man. While we're still here, let's have a look at the stats of the game. I think I'll just bring that up so we can quickly have a look-see at what everyone did there. And we can just get it to the browser view. Where is it? There we go. Cool, so I mean, Domster having a great game. His ADR just off the charts there at 108, and everybody overall, aside from Black Poison, ADR above 80. I mean, 2 players in 90. Very, very good team performance out of Energy, and on the other side, and it's between King, Blaze, and Macmo. They've all had fairly good performance overall. Freaky also had his rounds too. It was just Beasus really a little bit behind them, but overall none of them in a positive KD, which kind of shows the dominance that Energy had on this game overall. Yeah,
I mean, I think we've said it multiple times that XD does seem to have some good players, but they just don't have a stream altogether. It almost feels like they lack that bit of team play and that IGL, which we've mentioned so often. That I think just they just need something. They need somebody to just cobble, just sort of unite the tribes, as it were. And I think
like
that XD would be a little bit better then. But at the moment, they're certainly good enough to beat the lower ranking teams. But once you do get to that rarefied area of Bravado and Energy, does seem like a tall order for them to beat.
Indeed. Well, I think that's us, guys. Appreciate you joining us. Good having Kaz, the owner of Energy, here, as well as Devet, the owner of XD. Good to see you guys in the chat, and good to see all of you friends, including Ash, including Andrew, Penguin. Great to have you here too. Appreciate you guys watching. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Unfortunately, SLP not able to make it to this one, but I will try to get him on the next one. Hopefully his Alienware won't be a potato when we try to cast again. But to you, Prof, really appreciate on 5 minutes notice showing up. Appreciate you making it happen for the viewers.
Cool. Thanks very much.
Cool, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'll be streaming a little bit tomorrow night. I think we'll do some newbie streaming with some low-ranked players. It'll be some fun. I'll get to stoke my ego by getting 50 kills or something crazy like that. We'll see. But I think that's it for us. Look out for that. There's also a video coming out on Friday, and there's an interview with Sonic coming out on Monday, which I think is going to be a pretty exciting one. So look out for that on the channel. And of course, the NAG podcast coming out on Friday too. So have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll see you guys on the next one tomorrow night.